Welcome to the Ultimate Roasting Championship.
That's right, y'all. This is the URC, where when the jokes start flying, the contestants start crying. I'm K-Swiss.
And I'm your host, Austin Johnson. And we've been drinking.
That's right. We got a fun one for you guys today. I'm excited about this one. Austin, you think we need to bring him in?
Yeah, I wouldn't waste any time.
In the red corner, with her eyebrows almost as sharp as her chin, the only woman incapable of smiling with her bottom teeth, Yasmeen Brightman! What up,
That's
Yasmeen?
right. Glad to be on this show that nobody watches.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I guess nobody will miss your whack-ass jokes then. Shit.
And in the black corner, a man whose fighting style is socks with sandals, a man whose nose is so crooked it has a future in politics, Brian Garrity!
What's up, guys? What's up? It looks like you guys could only afford one beard and had to split it up between the two of you.
God damn, that was good.
That's really good.
Welcome to the show, Brian. It's nice to have you, man.
Yeah, I'm glad they let you take a break at Lady Foot Locker.
God damn. Save some of them, bro.
Brian, I'm glad you chose the ugliest part of your house and Yasmeen chose the dirtiest part of hers.
I'm glad you managed to get a house.
This is gonna
We
go
all
great.
bet against you. We all bet against you.
Brian, I like your choice of headphones because it makes your nose look almost normal sized.
That's an odd thing to say from the face that just said it.
Brian Garrity has a fucking sundial for a nose, man. He knows
That's
exactly
true.
what time it is as long as that sun's out.
I can pick up the tides too, bro.
Look, can you fat Jesus rejects just get on with the show?
Okay, all right, settle down now. I see there's some animosity. Y'all want to get to roasting. I like it. Austin, why don't you get it popping with the coin toss?
All right, so for this, we've chosen Brian Garrity as our number one contender for this match.
I don't know why we did.
So Brian, you're gonna call heads or tails in the air. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Call
Tails never fails.
tails it is, Brian. You get to choose first or second for the entirety of this matchup.
I'll go second.
That's what I would do too if I was afraid of my opponent. All right.
So with that being said, you're gonna start first in every round.
All right.
Get round one started.
Ready as I can be.
Casey, go ahead and hit him with the 1, 2, 3.
A 1, a 2, a 3, roast.
Brian, your face looks like you're at a forever funeral. You know, you look like you were the kid who was caught kissing two Barbies together and you kept trying to convince people that they were action figures. You constantly look like what would have happened to Bill Murray if Osmosis Jones had failed. You look like the guy someone would make an assumption about if you walk too close to the playground and call the police on. Sorry. You look like you sleep with cardboard cutout bottles.
All right.
All right.
Yasmeen, you had some good stuff in there. I got to be honest. I really like that Osmosis Jones joke. That was
Yeah.
a good one. That's a throwback.
The only part I didn't like was that you were the only one that found that playground kid joke funny.
That's true.
Hey, I thought it was.
I thought the Barbie joke was good because it was funny and also accurate. He does look like that.
Yeah.
And then cardboard cutout. I mean, Brian's fucking lonely, you know?
I got to be honest though. There was a little bit of a gap in those jokes. Like that gap in those jokes was almost as big as the gap between Yasmeen's eyebrows. You know what I mean?
Oh, I do try to keep it, nice and clean. I think.
Yeah, I try to grow them together, but it don't work.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that. Don't ever get that close to the camera.
You know, Chris West, you do you. You
That's
do.
right. Speaking of doing me, Brian, are you ready to do you in round 1?
Let's do it.
All right, Austin, why don't you hit him with the countdown?
3, 2, 1. A rose.
What can I say about Lady Urkel? Yasmeen is drop dead gorgeous and has the smile of a premenstrual Wolverine. She's always impeccably dressed, like a department store mannequin, with a personality to match. She's a great cook. She can literally cook anything that has its own button on her microwave. She's a career woman. Yasmeen is a social media professional. That's it. That's the joke.
Oh boy, that was a pretty ruthless last joke there, Brian. I like that one a lot.
That was good.
Brian, I really like that. You had you definitely had some good material in there, some really creative stuff. I like the microwave joke. That was good. It was different. You know what I mean? The mannequin joke. Come on, bro. That was great.
That was a 2-hitter. I like
true.
2-hitters.
I did feel like you were flirting with her through your jokes, though. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna have to deduct points from that.
Yeah, and also to hit her where her professional job is. I mean, come on, aren't you an IT professional? Aren't you an IT professional because a computer's the only thing you can talk to without getting nervous?
That's true. I gotta be honest, Brian. I'm gonna add jokes. I'm gonna add points back on for the social media joke. I liked it a lot.
You know what, Brian?
I can legit smell your breath through your camera. Stop all that.
Don't tell Yasmeen, but that joke was real good, bro.
I can't tell if y'all are doing really good impressions of each other or you're the same person or what.
A little from column A, a little from column B.
Like you said earlier, bro, we're just like two pieces of a puzzle. We just fit in perfectly in case you put your chin up.
That's true. Put them together. Speaking of chins, Brian, how do you have the eyes of Steve Buscemi with the chin of Barbara Streisand? I'm just wondering.
You have never met my parents.
That's
You know,
true.
while you're speaking of chins, Yasmeen, how do you have the chin that's shaped exactly like a bent elbow?
It does look like that.
Hey, man. Don't hate.
That's like our job. Our whole thing is we hate.
Hey, that's why nobody watches the show. You know, I'm just doing y'all a favor. So,
Words hurt.
As a solid round 1, I can only imagine round 2 is going to be more solid. Casey, why don't you go ahead and hit Yasmeen with a 1, 2, 3 and get her start?
Yasmeen, I'm gonna hit you with the 1, the 2, and the 3, and then we roast.
Brian, you look like you composed compilation albums called Masturbator's Greatest. You look like you once tried to make a porn branded after All Lives Matter. You look like you tried to drop the soap in jail, but all the dicks would stay limp. You know how two pretty people, like folks see two pretty people get together and they think like, oh, they're gonna have cute babies, and then they end up having that one ugly baby? Brian, that's you.
All right.
All right. I like that a lot. That last joke was really nice. I respect a joke with a good build-up premise and everything. And I mean, you laid the foundations and then knocked it out the park. I liked it a lot.
She finished early, kind of like K-Swiss on a Friday night.
Hey, every night. Shit.
It's funny that you mentioned Brian as a baby. His eyes just opened for the first time today since becoming.
Yeah, right? Are they still closed? They kind of still look closed.
Brian, you look like what I imagine the underside of my balls looks like. You know what I mean? Like, I've never seen it, but if I had to guess what it looked like, I would just hold up a picture of Brian Garrity.
That's cool. Your comedy reminds me of what the comedy of my underside of my balls would be like if they've actually performed. But I've never seen them perform.
Oh, shit. Brian Garrity's eyes are going to flower at any moment. Yasmeen, that was pretty good for round 2. Brian, do you think you can bring it?
I think I could bring it, yeah.
All right, well, let's see, because 1, 2, 3, roast.
You know, Yasmeen is mean. She goes to Buffalo Wild Wings to watch the pandemic. She cheers when the numbers go up. People are afraid of her. Papa John's has been offering her contactless delivery since 2015. Hell, when she was a kid, her dog ran away from her, straight to an animal shelter. Poor guy. When he learned it was a no-kill shelter, he ran away again. He kept running until he found a kill shelter. He wasn't taking any chances.
That's good.
Oh, boy. You really brought it on that round. That last joke, that hit my heart. And by the way, I just realized we brushed over some of Yasmeen's good jokes, too. The All Lives Matter joke, that was really nice. I mean, I like that one a lot.
Thanks. Can't believe you like this no-kill shit.
Pretty sure this is my time.
Oh,
I would like to reclaim my time.
Wait, hold on. You can't try to reclaim my time. That's Maxine. You can't reclaim ours. Hold on.
I thought about that contactless joke. That's good. He's gonna
That was
end
real
it. Not bad. Then he hit her with the no-kill shelter. He wanted to fucking go and kill himself. Yasmeen, how do you feel about that?
Yeah.
Honestly, how does it feel to be the only person who matches 100% with her Nintendo Mii character?
If I was on a deserted island and I could only bring one item, I would bring that dimple in your cheek. Because I know if I fill that bitch up with fresh water, I ain't never gonna be thirsty. You know what I mean?
Never gonna be thirsty, boo.
No, but seriously, how are those Star Trek royalties treating you? Because you look exactly like a Klingon.
Speaking of what people look like, I'm just sitting here thinking Brian looks like what I guess Harvey Weinstein is gonna look like 30 years from now. All right. That was pretty mean. I think it's time for round 3, Austin. I'm having a great time so far. This has been a great roast, and I'm excited to see what they got.
Yeah, round 3 is, of course, the round that we've prepped everyone for. Everyone knows round 3 is your hard hitter. You guys feel like you're ready for that?
Yes.
Wow.
I like the confidence. I like it. All right. I think it's time to get Yasmeen started in 3, in 2, in 1, and roast.
Brian, with this hippie boy haircut, you look like you actually started the coronavirus pandemic so you could stay home all day and play video games and be on Incel and Tiny Chat just to call people all types of names. Just look at you with these headphones and that whack-ass setup you got. Can't even believe it. Fuck out of my face.
Okay, you started off strong there, kind of petered off towards the end. I was on the journey with you, and then we hit a road bump. You know what I'm saying?
Hit a road.
That's okay, though.
Hey, I
It
stand
wasn't
by
bad.
it. I stand by it.
Just like your face, it started out real nice, like a good thick joke, and then it just ended at the very tip.
Hey, don't be mad because nobody wants to get on your tip.
Ooh, not bad for a person with a face like a guitar pick.
True. It's true.
You say her face looks like a guitar pick?
Hey, it's the chin. It's the chin.
What's up, bro?
I hit you too hard.
Don't worry, Yasmeen. He's letting that Foot Locker money change him.
I know the guy built like my Natty Light seltzer can ain't talking.
All right.
Same
That was
personality.
pretty good. I like that a lot. Brian, I'm excited to see what you got in round 3. Awesome. Why don't you hit him with the countdown?
3, 2, 1, roast!
Have y'all ever been in the same room when Yasmeen farted? Nah, I didn't think so. You wouldn't have lived to tell about it. But I have. I'm one of the few survivors. She farted last summer near the ocean front. It led to hundreds of dolphins washing up on shore, dead and bloated. There's a Netflix documentary coming out about it called Yasmeen Farted, Dolphins Departed.
Okay. There's an interesting line of attack in round 3, but it was creative. I respect that.
You know, you like the pun, and you know, I respect a pretty good pun.
Where's the pun, sir?
It was a wordplay, but it wasn't a pun, Austin. We
It's
gotta
called
have
a
to
rhyme.
educate.
You can
Called a
edit that
rhyme,
out.
sir.
You can
Yeah, I'll
edit
edit that out.
That joke was great for nobody that watches that show. That joke was great for us. So it's cool.
All right, guys, that was a great first 3 rounds. Y'all ready for 3 more? No, I'm just kidding. It's time to go ahead and put y'all out in the waiting room so that me and Austin can discuss the scores and discuss the jokes. Is that cool with y'all?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. While you guys are waiting, maybe Brian, you could call Yasmeen up and hit her up for a little bit of chin. She's got some extra she can spare.
That's true.
Hey, I can give you some.
Oh, I got a handful of chins.
All right.
I just thought about it, but Brian does kind of look like the big bad wolf when he was dressed up like grandma. I just thought about that.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what. I'll give them both a 7 in round 1.
I got them both at an 8 in round 1.
Nice.
Round 2, and I got Brian with a 9 in round 2.
Yeah. So
Brian brought the heat in round 2.
yeah, it was clear that like Brian set her up in round 1. Brian says, you know, I got a couple good jokes, and she thinks, okay, this is where his line is. Then he hit her with it in round 2. I mean, he stepped it up. I gave him 2 extra. I gave him a 9 in his round 2.
So round 3, I felt like Yasmeen really started off strong in round 3. She came out with some good jokes, and then sort of just petered off towards the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I have to agree 100% with you, man. I'm going to give her a 6, man, because she started so strong. If she'd have finished, she could have been in the 8s.
Brian in round 3, again, I thought it was good, but it was definitely his weakest round.
Yeah, I mean, it was great, like rhyming, but this isn't fucking the ultimate poem battle, motherfucker. I mean, get that shit together.
This was our closest match yet. It was 42-38.
No, I agree. That was really good.
I think we got us a winner, even though it was definitely a close one. I think it's time to bring him back in. What do you think, Austin?
Let's bring him back.
All right, y'all, welcome back. That was a lot of fun. Me and Austin just got finished talking about the rounds, and honestly, this was a really good one.
This was the tightest race so far, honestly, between the two of you.
This was like definitely the most competitive roast, and when we did the scores, this was the closest score we've had yet.
Yeah.
Oh, well, guys, I just want to say it's been an honor to be on the show of the Trailer Park Boys. I've loved it. Every bit of it.
Yeah,
Well-
and I'll keep my remarks short so you guys can get on to fifth meal.
You know, I was getting ready to give you guys an opportunity to hug it out, but you know, fuck both of y'all.
Honestly.
Anyways, Yasmeen, since
Good
I'm
one.
feeling like a nice guy, is there anything you want to say to Brian, to the viewers at home, or to your lovely hosts?
Yeah, like you even have any viewers, but to the 0 people I'm speaking to who are watching this show, you know, it's been cool. Brian's my buddy, so I don't really have nothing bad to say about him. Me and him are always cool. Yeah, just you two Teletubbies, you keep doing what you're doing. I hope you get some viewers at some point. You know, just did y'all a favor. It's cool.
All right. Well, those were kind of hurtful words. Speaking of hurtful words, what did your eyebrows say to your hairline to make it run back so far?
Isn't that like a joke from like 10 years ago? Like, I feel like I've heard that before.
Even at 10 years, that's how long it would take me to walk across your long-ass forehead.
I was just sitting here thinking, Brian Garrity looks like he's 140 years old and still has a better hairline than Yasmeen does. You know what I mean?
I would say than anybody, than either one of you guys do.
To be
Check me out. I'm in public without a hat on.
You know, Brian, you got a lot of jokes, but I'm sitting here trying to figure out who did your haircut, your mom or Michael J. Fox. You know what I mean?
I lost one of my jokes because Yasmeen said Teletubbies. I mean, mine was a little bit different. It was Tubby Tubbies.
Hmm.
That's pretty funny for a guy who's shaped like an overused fucking purse.
You would know, Austin. You would know.
Yasmeen, don't come back with jokes. When you got so much oil on your face, I'm worried George W. Bush is about to invade.
Hey, you know, oil keeps you young.
All right, Brian,
Yeah.
you got anything that you want to say to Yasmeen, to the viewers at home, or to the extremely talented host before you?
Well, I would suggest that the hosts set a good standard for the time of the pandemic, and you guys should probably wear masks during the show so we don't have to see your face and you can prevent the transmission of the virus. And Yasmeen, I'm gonna have to tell you, like, you're unroastable. I only accepted this because they say roast the ones you love. You're a good person.
Can we high five through the Zoom?
Shit.
Can we just like, yeah.
It's hard for me. I got small hands.
All right, so you both said what you had to say. So you know what? Casey and I have something we need to say.
This one, the score, we always give it before we say who the winner is. It was the closest one we've had yet. The final score was 38-42. So it was extremely close. And the loser will have the highest score for a loser yet on the show.
Our new ultimate roasting champion for the week, not the ultimate champion, our guy, Brian Garrity.
Wow. Mom, Dad, I know you're watching. I'm glad you could share this with me. Thanks for inspiring me. And I couldn't have done it without Jesus.
Brian, you really brought the heat. You had a lot of really creative material. You almost lost it in round 3, though. I'm gonna tell you that because I didn't care for the fart joke. I felt like, I know you're proud of your sons, but there was no need for you to have them write your material for you. You know what I mean? Yasmeen, that is not any shame on you because you really brought it. I mean, for a losing round, you would have beat several of the winning contestants. Keys, you know what I'm saying? For instance, you're much better than him in virtually every way.
So I guess the lesson there is be careful who you call out, Yasmeen.
Ooh.
Right.
Oh, that's true. We didn't even tell the viewers at home. Yasmeen specifically called out Brian because she said he would be so easy to joke on.
It's true. And he was.
We had a very, very tight 3 rounds.
I feel like we're doing a lot of talking when we should probably just end the show.
Thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for watching the URC, where the jokes are slapping and the hosts are fapping.
Hey.
I'll see y'all next time.